Welcome back to 8-Minute Masterpieces, the channel where we break down classic literature in under 8 minutes. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and influential science fiction novels ever written, The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our weekly literary breakdowns. Now let's head to Victorian England and witness one of the earliest depictions of alien invasion in The War of the Worlds. Published in 1898, The War of the Worlds is a pioneering work of science fiction that tells the story of Earth's invasion by Martians. Set in England, the novel begins with the arrival of mysterious objects falling from the sky. These objects are Martian cylinders that crash to Earth, and from these cylinders, the alien invaders emerge. But these Martians are not your typical invaders. They are technologically superior to humanity in every way, bringing with them terrifying weapons that seem unstoppable. The novel is told through the eyes of an unnamed narrator, a man who witnesses the horror of the invasion firsthand. The story is divided into two main parts. The first part is titled The Coming of the Martians, where the narrator describes the initial shock and confusion as the Martians arrive and begin their conquest. The second part, Earth Under the Martians, explores the aftermath of the invasion and humanity's struggle to survive. One of the key strengths of The War of the Worlds is how H.G. Wells builds tension right from the beginning. The novel opens with the famous line, "No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that this world was being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's." Right away, Wells makes it clear that the Earth is being observed by a superior race. At first, people believe the Martian cylinders are just meteorites or scientific phenomena, but soon the invaders emerge, revealing themselves as monstrous, tentacled creatures equipped with heat rays, deadly beams of energy that incinerate everything in their path. The initial reaction of humans is disbelief and confusion. But as the Martians begin destroying towns and vaporizing people, panic spreads, and the invasion begins in earnest. The novel doesn't just focus on the action of the invasion, it also dives deep into the psychological and emotional responses of the characters, particularly the narrator. As he watches the destruction unfold, he grapples with fear, disbelief, and a growing sense of despair. His journey through the ruined landscape of England offers a harrowing view of a society on the brink of collapse. Let's talk about the Martians themselves. They are described as giant, tentacled creatures with enormous, cold, and emotionless eyes. But it's not just their physical appearance that's terrifying. It's their advanced technology. The Martians come to Earth in giant machines known as tripods, massive, three-legged war machines equipped with heat rays and black smoke, a deadly chemical weapon. These tripods are nearly indestructible, and they can easily annihilate entire armies. This is where Wells showcases the theme of human vulnerability. Despite all of humanity's progress and technological advancements, the Martians are far more advanced. Our weapons are useless against them, and our cities fall one by one. Wells was writing during a time when Britain was at the height of its imperial power, and the idea of being conquered by a superior force would have been particularly chilling to his readers. The novel raises questions about the fragility of human civilization and the dangers of assuming that we are the pinnacle of evolution. Wells asks, what happens when we are no longer the dominant species? How do we react when faced with a force we can't understand or control? As the invasion intensifies, the narrator becomes separated from his wife, leading to a desperate journey through the English countryside. Along the way, he encounters other survivors, including a soldier and a curate, each of whom represents different responses to the crisis. The soldier dreams of a guerrilla resistance, hiding underground and launching surprise attacks on the Martians. The curate, on the other hand, becomes paralyzed by fear and religious fervor, unable to cope with the reality of the situation. These characters highlight the different ways people react to catastrophe. Some, like the soldier, hold on to hope and fight for survival. Others, like the curate, collapse under the weight of their fear and uncertainty. Throughout the novel, Wells uses these personal stories to explore broader themes of survival, human frailty, and the limits of our understanding. The characters are not action heroes. They are ordinary people caught up in extraordinary circumstances, trying to make sense of a world that has been turned upside down. But just when it seems that all hope is lost, there's a twist. The Martians, for all their technological superiority, are not invincible. In fact, they are ultimately defeated by one of the smallest and most overlooked forces on Earth: bacteria. The Martians, having never been exposed to Earth's microorganisms, have no immunity to them. As they continue their invasion, they succumb to infections and die off, leaving humanity to pick up the pieces and rebuild. This ending carries a powerful message about the unpredictability of life and the dangers of underestimating natural forces. For all their power and intelligence, the Martians are brought down by something as small and simple as a germ. Wells reminds us that no matter how advanced we become, we are still subject to the forces of nature. At its core, The War of the Worlds is a story about survival and the fragility of human civilization. It's a tale of fear, resilience, and the unexpected twists of fate. Wells uses the alien invasion as a metaphor for imperialism and the arrogance of mankind, suggesting that no society is immune to collapse. It's a powerful and timeless cautionary tale, warning us about the dangers of complacency and overconfidence in our own power. And that's The War of the Worlds in 8 minutes. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more 8-minute masterpieces. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click the link in the description for our full playlist of literary classics. We'd love to hear from you. How did you find this video? What can we do to make these literary summaries even better? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback is what keeps this channel growing and improving. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with another literary masterpiece.